My name's Timmy Duda. I'm 21 years old from Wellington, Florida, and I'm a polo player. And we're here in 𝒋𝒐𝒖𝒓𝒏𝒆𝒚 at Flying D Polo at our facility here. It's a 28 stall barn. We have some fabulous horses that I'm really proud of and showing you around.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, we were coming in here, so we entered through like a big polo club entrance, and we still had like 4Ks to go. So we knew we were at a big place and facility. So yeah, tell me a little bit about your place. I know this is something that you guys recently built.
Yeah, this is our palace, so to say. So it's a 28 stall barn, hand built by some locals here out of Florida, and it's really a beautiful facility. And nice air constantly moves through, so when it's hot, it stays cool, and when it's cold, it stays warm. So really nice for the horses. You got 28 in here. This side is all the 𝐒𝐻𝐋𝐄𝐓 side, and then that side is some of the younger horses and some of the up and coming and different ones. And,
okay, incredible. Yeah, because with polo, you need to have a lot of horses on the team.
Yes.
We were discussing that a little bit already before. So this is kind of your main competition side.
Yeah, this is the main string. So this is like our 5-star string.
Yeah.
And then the other ones are the up and coming and the new ones, and they like it.
Yeah.
I was jumping before, and I love jumping, but then I tried polo one day, stick and balled, and got to ride some of the polo ponies. And honestly, it was that adrenaline rush of being able to play like a team sport and have teammates, and also it was something special. It's hard to put a feeling on it, but it was something special when you hit that ball the right way, and the sound when it comes off the mallet and the feeling. It's really, it's something that hooks you. And also, I feel a great partnership, not from my teammates, but also from my horses. I feel that they're just as teammates as anybody else, if not more. And that partnership is really something that always keeps me pushing every day.
Yeah, so polo is not really like my area of expertise. So maybe you can kind of guide me through a little bit like the differences in lifestyle for the horses, kind of how you have to manage them. And maybe we can like look at a couple and see also what they look like.
For sure. So polo pony is, I mean, there's none so specific. There is a specific breed because we've bred top polo ponies over and over again to get a polo pony. But there's thoroughbreds off the tracks from all over the world, from European bloodlines, American bloodlines. There's also quarter horse, their appendix. Like this one's a Texas appendix.
Yeah.
Our mom was a top American thoroughbred mare that played, and then her dad's a champion cutting horse, so a quarter horse.
Okay.
And out came Rosie.
Okay.
Training-wise, mornings always start with a sets. So sets is when one person rides one horse, and then they have two on each side.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah.
So we go out, and there's a racetrack here that they walk on. It's about 1 kilometer.
Yeah.
And they go out in the morning, they walk. If it's a game or a practice like we're doing today, it's kind of the same as a game. So in the mornings, around 7, they go out for about a half-hour walk before, so they stretch, loosen all the muscles. If we're not playing in the morning, they'll go for a light trot. Normally, it's about 15 minutes of trot work. So on our sets, we build a lot of our fitness in the trot.
Yeah.
And then when we ride, we canter more.
Yeah.
That's kind of our training basis to get the base fitness. Every day, normally it's a trot day, unless they're playing.
How many horses are you bringing to like a game?
So to a game, we bring 11.
Yeah, and that's only for you.
That's only for me.
Yeah.
And the reason we bring 11 is because, it's funny, my trailer holds 12 horses. I give one extra space to my best mare because she kicks a little bit, so that's why I bring 11. And also, there's 6 chuckers, so a chucker is a time period, about 7.5 minutes. And it's hard to play a horse a full chucker because there's a lot of running, stopping, turning.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll play one horse, and then on each ends of the field, I'll have other horses as spares. So then I'll come next to them, jump on them from horse to horse, and then like a pit stop, like an F1 pit stop. So I just jump, change the horse, and then I go back to the field.
Right, so you're doing around 5 minutes roughly with each horse?
It depends, honestly. Sometimes it's from 3.5 to 4. Sometimes if it's a lot of running, the whole idea is to always be on a fresh horse.
Yeah.
You want that edge on the competition.
Yeah.
So I would try to change whenever I feel them tired. Sometimes it's 2.5 to 3 to 3.5 minutes to 4. Like my best mares, I can get 4 minutes out of them twice. So normally, when you play a really like tough game or against a very good team, you want to be your best mares the most times. So there's 6 chuckers. Just think of it as 6 points, and I'll play the best 3 mares first, second, and third, and then fourth, fifth, and sixth, and then I'll use the other ones to give them some time to recuperate.
Yeah, we also talked really briefly, because how many acres is this property set on?
This is 21, and then the whole property is 1,600.
Yeah, and so you were telling me that you really love to have the horses out in the fields, like you felt a really big difference?
100%. I think the horses are horses in general, right? They need to see green, they need to see trees. I think night times are great too, because it's a little bit cooler here in Florida at night. So the horses can go out at night and be out in the paddocks, or even during the day, some of them in the mornings. I like to do it where they go out in the mornings after their sets, and then come back in before midday, and then have hay or something, and then they go back out in the afternoons if it's more of a relaxed day.
Yeah.
We look at these horses like they're all individual athletes. I like to say like an NFL team. You know, I have my superstars, and I have to keep them being superstars, and everybody's a superstar. Everybody needs attention. So I'm very grateful with my mom's support from her head groom, Carly. She comes, she shockwaves, we have the laser. Santiago over at 𝒋𝒐𝒖𝒓𝒏𝒆𝒚, our vet, he comes 3 times a week, looks at the horses, goes through them. My staff are incredible. The attention and detail they have is very important.
Maybe, I don't know which horse this one is, but I'd love to go in and have a look. I just want to
take 60 seconds to explain why Squarespace is the perfect platform for you if you're looking to build a website, or if you're looking to switch over to an easier platform to run your website. I've run my website through Squarespace for many years now. What I loved about it is that they offer hundreds of already made templates that you can just go in and kind of quickly get some inspiration and create what you want from. I can really easily manage my storefront, update stock levels, and do little quick updates to my website also through my phone. So when I'm traveling, it's really convenient. They keep coming out with new innovations and updates to make all the features more useful for your website, and also new creative ideas to make it look always even better and updated. I couldn't recommend Squarespace more highly, especially if any of you like me have no real knowledge on how to do these kind of things. Squarespace will take you through the step-by-step guide of how to do everything yourself and save a lot of money in the process. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, then do use my link, which will also support my channel, which is www.squarespace.com/Harnacke, and in doing so you'll receive 10% off the first purchase of a website or a domain.
See a little bit.
This is Rosie.
Yeah.
Rosie's an American appendix, so she's as American as it gets.
Hello. Hello, Rosie. She's very sweet.
Yeah.
What we have noticed straight away, even we came in and there was like a bunch of horses tied up outside, and they're very close. They're all very chill with each other in their environments.
Yes. She's an American appendix, so that means she's half quarter horse and half thoroughbred.
Right.
And she comes from a reining farm. She's a cutting farm, actually. Cutting and free roping farm out of Texas. So her bloodlines resemble that of a Western horse. And you see that we roach the manes, so we clip the manes.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, because the forelocks go and the mane goes.
Yep, everything. Sometimes we can leave a little bit by the withers for the saddle so it doesn't rub.
Yeah.
But mainly we do that so the reins don't get caught in it.
Okay.
So we play with one hand, right hands with the mallet, left hands with the reins.
Yeah.
And if you have a forelock in the mane, it can get caught in the reins. And we do the same for the sides of the tails.
Yeah, I saw that as well, yeah.
We trim the sides of the tails so that when you braid the tails and you fold it up so the mallet doesn't get stuck, it lays perfectly flat.
Yeah, so it's more for their safety.
Yes, safety and nothing gets stuck or caught or anything like that.
Make sure they're comfortable.
Yeah.
And what is the kind of like life cycle of a polo horse? Like when are they getting broken in, and when does the career end? When do they peak? Like a dressage horse is usually peaking at around 15, retiring at 20, 19, 22.
So a polo pony starts their life around 3 to 4. They go to the breaker, right? So we start putting the saddle on.
Yeah.
At 3, they should have a saddle and should be ridden. And at 4, they start sticking ball and showing the mallet, playing with the ball, and then they play young horse practices. And at 5, they start playing more practices and more intense, and then we start going up through the years. They normally tell us when they're ready to start going more into games and more into 10s. And I have all different age groups. She's turning 8 this year. There's some 5-year-olds. There's some 4-year-olds. I'll be playing one 4-year-old today.
Yeah.
They all have different structures where they go up through the pace. Mainly, the career starts around 7 into the top level in the high goal. 7, and they'll probably come out around between 16 and 20.
Oh, it's quite long.
Yeah, they have a long. Our peak, I feel the peak of a horse for polo is from 8 until 14.
Yeah.
It-
Do you have a top horse in this
Yes.
barn?
Yes, I have. Her name's Diamante.
Diamante, that's
Yeah.
the top one.
She's the special one. She's one of a kind, I have to say. There's nothing like her.
And when did that partnership start with her?
She came to me about 6-7 years ago
Okay.
as a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, she's an American thoroughbred. She was bought in San Diego, and then they took her to Mexico to train her, and then they brought her back to the United States, and that's when we purchased her as a 4-year-old. I think what sets her apart from everybody else, at least in the competitions that I played against, is that she has an incredible explosion of speed. From 0 to 100, she's normally the one beating everybody, and then she continues climbing in speed,
Yeah.
which is really nice to have. And then the ability to go from 0 to 100, 100 to 0, it's incredible. For her, as a player, you think, if you look at a soccer or a football player, their ability to run around the field and to go into different positions kind of sets them apart.
Yeah.
And it's the same for me. I'm not the one running, she is.
Yeah.
So her ability to get me to the plays and to go around people is really incredible. And then her laterals is just something else. She has an ability to turn where she can sit back and turn at all speeds. So
Yeah.
from her top speed to her lowest gear, she can turn anywhere.
Maybe we can go in and say
course.
hello. She's the one that gets the extra space on the trailer?
Yes, because she's a mare.
Yeah.
She can she likes to bite and kick and play.
Yeah.
But she's one of a kind.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's in like top form. She's
Yes.
like, she looks incredible.
This
Hi.
is what I like to say. Good girl. Yeah.
Can you break down polo, like the objective, the goal, and a little bit of how it works?
Yes, for sure. So the idea behind the game is the field's 150 yards wide by 300, right? It's, 100 yards wide by 300. So it's 9 football fields, American football fields inside of it. There's 4 on a side with, normally in a game, it's 2 mounted umpires, but today we'll be playing practice, so there won't be any umpires or officials reffing the game. So the idea is to score the white ball, right? Through the goal post. So they're upright posts, so you can go as high as you want. It just needs to go in between the
Just has to go
posts.
through.
And the whole rules of the sport is first the horse's safety, and then second the player's safety. So once you hit the ball, there's an imaginary line that connects you and the ball.
Yeah.
So no one can impede that. You can take the ball, but you have to be parallel to the line.
Yeah.
And it cannot be, it has to be where you don't cross over it.
Okay.
So to say. Yeah. That's
Okay.
kind of the basics of it. There's penalties.
Yeah.
So you have a midfield penalty, it's a 5B, which is 150 yards from the goal. And then you have a 60 yard, which is a 4. And then you have a 40 and a 30.
Okay.
Yeah. and
Wow, there's a lot going
it's a
into
lot.
it. It's not like you hit a rail 4 points off.
Exactly. And then it's the same thing as dressage,
Yeah.
where is that you have a judge, right? So you guys have a judge, and it's the
Oh,
judge.
there's a judge as well in polo.
Yes, we have
Yeah.
umpires. So it's the judge's.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the judge's interpretation of what the test is, right? So if
Yeah.
what they think of what is a perfect movement, and for us, it's the same thing with an umpire. So I have 2 umpires who are dictating what they believe is the rules. So everybody has a slightly different theory on rules or what they think the perfect movement is. The top polo players now are mostly Argentine, and they come from Argentina. The top horses in the world competing are from Argentina. So being an American, red, white, and blue courses through my blood, it's kind of a thing that, kind of not being an outcast, but being someone, a new guy on the block, and planting my flag, so to say. And it's been a big journey so far, and I think we're keep climbing every day. I think it's one of those things to have a goal, a long distance goal, but to look at tomorrow and to focus on winning tomorrow's game and trying to be better than we were yesterday. Since I was born, 3 weeks later, I was in California at a horse show. So I've been going around Europe with my mom, all these different international horse shows from Aachen to Frostboro, Stuttgart. I've been everywhere. So for me, growing up, running around the world, chasing horses, and then growing up in my father's company, which is International Horse Transportation Judo Corp, it gave me the foundation to who I am today, and it allowed me to, I would sort of say, in smaller words, made me grow up fast. And I'm really grateful for that, because I wouldn't be where I am without both my parents and how they raised me. And I think it gave me the responsibilities at a young age, especially horses in general gave me the responsibility at a young age to make them shine because they're animals. You have to take care of them, and they teach me every day. I mean, I'm humbled by them every day. They're incredible, incredible animals. So, yeah, it's amazing.